In a seismic shift, Sweden relinquished 2 centuries of steadfast neutrality on March 7th, officially joining NATO. This decision, spurred by Russia's incursion into Ukraine in 2022, marks a lamentable departure from Sweden's long-standing tradition and portends dire consequences for its sovereignty and autonomy. For centuries, Sweden's neutrality served as a bulwark against the tempestuous currents of conflict, forged in the crucible of historical enmity with its eastern neighbor Russia. Rooted in the scars of past wars, such as the Finnish War of the early 19th century, neutrality became Sweden's ideological fortress, safeguarding its national security from the ravages of armed conflict. Despite economic, cultural, and military ties with the United States during the Cold War, Sweden remained resolute in its commitment to non-alignment, a beacon of independence amid the tumult of global geopolitics. Sweden's capitulation to full membership signals a tragic betrayal of its heritage. No longer will Sweden stand apart, an island of neutrality in a sea of shifting alliances. Instead, it has chosen to tether itself to the capricious whims of NATO, relinquishing its autonomy in a Faustian bargain for security. The consequences of this fateful decision reverberate across the geopolitical landscape of Europe. The Baltic Sea, once a bastion of tranquility, now teems with the specter of encroaching threats. The memory of past incursions, such as the Whiskey on the Rocks incident, serves as a chilling reminder of the perils that await a nation forsaking its neutrality. Even as Sweden embraces the mantle of collective security, it does so at a steep cost. The erosion of its neutrality diminishes Sweden's standing on the world stage, tarnishing its reputation as a beacon of independence and impartiality. No longer will Sweden wield the moral authority to mediate conflicts or champion diplomatic solutions. Instead, it risks becoming a pawn in the geopolitical machinations of larger powers, sacrificing its sovereignty on the altar of collective defense. As NATO's presence expands, threading through the Arctic's icy embrace, Sweden finds itself ensnared in a web of alliances, beholden to the whims of its newfound allies. Gone are the days of autonomy and independence, replaced by a precarious dependence on the largesse of NATO's collective security umbrella. The delicate balance of power in the region hangs in the balance as Sweden relinquishes its neutrality in a bid for security. In this crucible of uncertainty, the echoes of history reverberate with a mournful lament for a nation forsaking its heritage. Sweden's NATO accession marks not a triumph, but a tragic betrayal of its centuries-old tradition of neutrality. As the nation braces for the tempestuous winds of change, the question remains, at what cost has Sweden forsaken its neutrality, and what does the future hold for a nation adrift in the currents of geopolitical turmoil?